Hello, welcome to building the Milton Valley Railroad. Yes, it's another part of the series. You really should have expected that. And if you were expecting that, then great, you've been paying attention. Hello Kanga, welcome. So, let's have a look. Oh, wait, is your cat? No, that's good. How are you today? Me? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, thank you. Looking forward to Monday's stream. But also to this stream, and also to tomorrow's stream. So, last time, we put trees around this place, put some buildings over there in the distance, and put some stuff over here, and in accordance with a good suggestion, we also built this construction site, which you might think that if this is a site where something is being constructed, that it has not finished being built yet, but it pretty much has. I might put some more little details around there later, but what I really want to do today is do some more broad strokes of the countryside. Countryside / industrial area. And then we can put more detailing in later after that. So. Let's get started. Right here, as am I. Still need to write up directions for me for tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do stuff like that tomorrow. Yeah, construction site. Don't worry, there's no reason why this is the last asset that was active in Trainz. No reason at all. I've definitely not been working on the Haddon Court Tramway, which is definitely not almost finished. And this is where the shopping mall goes. You mean this? Who knows? Like someone showing off the garden. I see. Okay, as for the houses back there, how much detail do we need to put in those? The answer is practically none. I'm probably going to put some hedge splines around there, because you can see it a bit. We don't really need to put that much more around it, because you can barely see it. Also, I think I might leave it open in the back, because a lot of properties are like that in the US, I found, by looking at satellite images of the United States of America, which I have obtained through totally legitimate ways. Remember all those old films or like spy films or things like that, where satellite images of a country or something, or of an area, were state secrets, and like the spies were sent off to retrieve them or stuff like that. Now, admittedly, there are still areas like that which are not publicly available, of course, because mostly military installations, I would think. But in general, I believe that satellite imagery has become more available to the public since the 60s. But those are from present day, in it? In it? You mean as in initialization? I don't know. Maybe they have been initialized. Who can tell? Actually, thinking about it, we probably could. Not in it. Oh, right, of course. Yes. And no, they were not from the present day. They were from probably a while ago. I doubt that they were taken today and then processed and uploaded today. Also, I didn't look at them today, which meant that even if they were uploaded on that day and taken that day and processed that day, they still wouldn't be from the present day. VGR, portal opens. Oh, hello, how's GLaDOS? Is she still not very fond of corvids? Aha, I see. Arrival. Okay, then I need to split that. What's the button? Is that I? No, that's Q. Good. Q sometimes helps. Not fond? She did warm up to them very, very quickly. Really? Did she? She warmed up to... No, my question was if GLaDOS is still not very fond of corvids. So that's the group of birds that crows and ravens and I think jackdaws and something like that belong to. Not in the single player campaign, but in the end of the co-op one. Oh, right, I practically know nothing about the co-op one. I was just thinking, wouldn't it be nice if I was able to play just random train/railway related songs in the background for these streams? Then we could have a nice sing-along, but unfortunately that is not a possibility. Those too many trees. I think I'm applying my tree placing method of the Haddon tramway a bit too much back there. I think that's okay. GLaDOS had the robots scare the bird away, and then the ceiling aperture closed, leading to the surface. Then she and the robots saw the bird's eggs. And then what happened? Okay, what sort of texture do I want around here? Actually, that's quite good. But do I want buildings on this bit or not? I mean, maybe we could have like a little area for the railway here. Like if I get that height and then maybe cut that away a bit to there. And maybe have a little shed or something down here. Would that work? Or does it look better with the hill? Let's see. I think I like that. And then I'll put in some of this dirt, and then I'll add like a shed and sleepers and stuff like that over here. Wait, did I ever add that little track I wanted up here for... Hold on. We've got these tracks for the switcher to kind of back into for a train to arrive. Actually, maybe having... I don't know, no, I think I'll just have random stuff over here for the railway. Ooh, or maybe, I've just had an idea. Maybe we could have a little substation in here. No, not a railway substation. Right. Well, two things happened today for me realizing. Oh, I see. I hope they're good things that you can tell me about on stream, not bad things that you really can't tell me about on stream. Well, right. So, you know, I won't show up in the yard for about 3 weeks. Yes, I saw the comment. GLaDOS told them to smash them to bits, but she stopped herself. and then hatched the eggs in a heated container and started to bring up the birds as little killing machines. Ah, at least that's what she said. I see. As I said, Andrei Castellana wants to put a new experimental tech on my yacht. And it's temporarily docked at St. Freya. Ah, refits. I see. Trainz asked if Gladys was still not fond of corvids. Good luck to him. I see. So. I want... What about something like that? Where would the power lines come from? That is a good question. Actually, hold on. Don't we have some lines coming in from over here that were paralleling the tracks anyway? Yeah, for these ones. Are these ones power lines or are these telegraph lines? Telegraph wire, 12. Although we could just have power lines coming from over there. The idea would be that they're coming from the dam area. Let's have a look. What would those power lines look like over here? I think these might be a bit too large. Although who knows? Well, today I went to the weekend market, haggle, which you call it, whatever you call it, and picked up something real nice. Ah. I see. It's always nice when you find nice things for a fair price. Okay, so could we let's see, what would it look like if we had the power line coming up from over here? It's a Swiss portable sewing machine. Ooh. I see. Is it like a modern one or is it like a vintage one? Do I like that? Nah, that ruins the view. I do not like that. I'll get rid of it. Don't worry, I'll get rid of it. The carrying case was a little scratched, but the machine inside was in pristine condition. Wooden? Sounds lovely. Yeah, it does. Although, would there really be that green space between there? Hold on. Let's see. Maybe I'll... We'll see. I'll try some things. The manual is unfortunately in Norwegian, but I looked at the serial plate. Ah, so does that mean you can get a manual in Romanian then? Ah, 61, so it is a vintage one. Nice. Okay, so. Maybe we won't have that substation there, but maybe we'll have some sort of a, I don't know, an office or something there for the telegraph wires, which do have to come this way. 1961. Yes. Did I say it wrong? Sorry. It's pristine condition with all original parts, it seems. Ah. That does sound exciting. Was probably never used. I don't know if that would really... I mean, it depends. I guess if they are telegraph lines, then they would probably just go into a building of some sort. But I really like the looks of this thing down here, so... Although... Actually, maybe I could give it a... Maybe I could have a building down here and just have it connected over here via a little road. Let's have a look. Where was that object? There was an object over here that I think would fit quite well, but I can't quite remember where I used it. Hold on. Did I use it over here or not? Hold on. Maybe it was over here someplace. Ah, I think it was one of these ones. Or maybe even that one that I wanted. Oh, it's being used right now. Nice. It might have thought that it would never get used. Although that looks more like an industrial thing. No. Maybe I'll scrap that idea and just put random stuff on it like I wanted originally. Although I do think that I will use this down here. Although maybe this line won't go down here. Maybe it'll just go over to one of these buildings and that's where it'll get managed or something like that. Like an industrial craft, too? Okay, well, let's have a look. Maybe we can have this building over here after all. Was that on a different layer? Hold on. No, why can't I move this house? Hold on. Why can I not move this building? I can rotate it. Oh, now I can move it. Odd. No, it's for my cousin's little sister who makes the DRAV patches for me and my girlfriend. My mother is testing it right now. Ah. No, it's not immovable. Okay, let's have a look through some of these. Actually. Now there's a locomotive sheds. Those wouldn't work here. I've no idea what they are. Yes, but I'm not sure that that explains what it is. In fact, I'm quite sure that it doesn't. Oh, I see. Where did that place? Oh, right, it's got a different pivot. That makes sense. Like, I like the idea of having stuff over here, but I'm just not sure what it would be used for, really. So maybe I should undo it after all. Because if I don't know what use this place has, then maybe it won't look very realistic after all. I think I can skip over the CL assets. That's an interesting asset. That might fit down here somewhere. Yeah, it could be. Also, hello, welcome. Also, good news. We're all set up for Monday. It does look a bit abandoned, doesn't it? Depot 4. Yeah, Razboi Avansat. No idea what that means. Yeah, I know. But it just felt kind of empty with only this little thing being here. So I wanted to use a little bit of the space down here. Plus it's near the station anyway, but... yeah, me too. Actually, tell you what. I'll grab the grass pline from over here, and then we can see what it would look like, just overgrown. Means advanced warfare, advanced war. Ah. Actually, yeah, that does look quite nice. Maybe I can put some more derelict stuff down here. Not much, just a bit. Ha! Some barrels, of course. We'll put some derelict barrels around the place. It's been a while since I put derelict barrels around a place. Nope, not that one. That one's on fire. Okay. Trainz, Vines, 64. Right, Shadows, for example, Catherine, who is from SAS, has a British Army rank instead of a Romanian one. Yeah, it's a multinational unit, those patches are not standard. Oh, right. Shadows, I did suggest barrels twice. When? Day or before? I've been playing some single player with the mods just to learn some of the stuff I'm not familiar with. Ooh. What have you figured out? What have you learned? I have learned that I have learned absolutely nothing. Actually, I just want a bit of... I just want some sleepers. Sure it is, once at 9:29. Oh. Oh, direct barrels, there. I completely missed that, sorry. Yes, I've learned how much I do not know yet. Well, how does the saying go? Only a fool believes he knows everything? Or something like that? Or only an expert knows how little he knows, or something like that. There's a saying that I obviously don't completely remember. Yes, this. That'll fit great. No. Maybe some old crates as well. I know I said I wanted to do more broad stroke stuff, but then I got sidetracked with detailing. So, Willis, what mods have you looked into? If you remember the names. Trying to reverse engineer some of the things that you have done. Seems like you have all the recipes memorized along with several alternatives. So you go so fast when you show us what you are doing that I can't keep up. I watch the stream and then I try to do what you did. Ah, I see. I mean, the thing is, I've watched tutorials on some of the mods. Admittedly, that was a few months ago for most of them, but I have watched some. Plus, some of the mods are mods that I know from a long time ago. Also, whenever I'm crafting something that I don't remember the recipe for, I just use the just enough items JEI on the right to search for it and click on it. As far as I read, Captain is the highest frontline rank. Ah, right, I see. Rank of Captain, I see. Yeah, didn't you give Eliza a demotion at some point? Or Elisa a demotion at some point? I watched some tutorials on Pam's Harvest so far. Ah. That doesn't belong. Anyway, I don't want to do any more detailing here. I want to do broad strokes. We can do more detailing there later. A long time ago in a mod pack far in the past. Yeah. I remember the old Tekkit. Like, actually, on the subject of Tekkit, actually, first I should probably mention. Well, actually, no. First, I'll think about what I want to do. Then I'll explain a bit of what Tekkit is, and then I'll tell the story that I actually wanted to tell. So, no, this menu is what I need. I want to replace in transaction only. So what I want to do is I want to do a bit more detailing down over by the harbor side thing, because I think that is a very important area of this town, one that we've practically done no detailing work on whatsoever. Down by the docks, yes indeed. But to do that, I think I just want to grab a lot of asphalt and then paint a lot of that over it, and then later on go through with a with more grass and other detail brushes. I did. I wanted to be realistic. Yes, I remember. Plus, I do believe Captain Eliza has a much better ring to it. From a Star Trek point of view, because Star Trek is where I have most the association with those ranks, well, especially naval ranks. So, Captain does have a better ring to it than Admiral, for example, because most of the admirals who show up in Star Trek aren't exactly good. Yes. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'll do first. I'll go through here with... Do I want it that small? No, I want it a bit larger, and then I can put a smaller brush near. Yes, I'll go through with this. So let's do the story. So TechKit, spelled with K's, TechKit, is it's an old mod pack. Actually, I don't need all that stuff over here. I just need it where I want it to be industry. So I want industry to be over here, but then kind of stop on that side at this point. Yeah, it's an old mod pack for Minecraft. One of the first ones, if I remember correctly. I think Feed the Beast was a bit older than it, but it was one of the very first ones, I believe. And way back when, it was either it was coming out or it had just finished like 1 or 2 years ago. At that point, I was watching a series on it by the Yogscast, and I was watching the point of view of it was a multiplayer game on their server, where a few they were playing together in like groups of 3 or so, 2 or 3 people, and I was watching the point of view of, I think Rithian was his name, not sure, and I found that quite interesting because he was going into the Project E stuff as well, and they had some fun storylines they made on that. And then later on, I found the TechKit series again, but I found the first results, which are the results of the points of view of the people who are the biggest out of the bunch, basically. Actually, I don't really want that much. No, that's good. I'll have this go over to here, and then I can repaint it with the other thing. I think here actually, do I want to have... Yeah, I think I do want to have warehouses along here as well. Yeah, so the biggest names in the that playlist in that multiplayer game was Yogscast, Lewis, Simon, and Duncan, I think. I don't remember completely. Anyway, so I found their points of view, where they were trying to build a Jaffa Cake factory, though it's automated. And I watched some of that, and I thought, oh yeah, some of this is familiar, because I had watched this again back then. But then I kept waiting for some bits to show up, and I just couldn't find it. I thought, I'm sure it was called TechKit, and then I kept looking for it. I kept searching, and then eventually I did end up finding the original Rithian's point of view from the TechKit series, and that was so nostalgic when I then finally found it again. And yeah, and from all the way back then, they were using some of the mods that we've got installed now, including Buildcraft and Project E, for example. Also, I think Industrial Craft 2 as well. Anyway, with that story said, most admirals in Star Trek aren't exactly admirable. Yeah. There are 2 different captain ranks. Navy captain is 06, and Army Marine Air Force captain is 03. What do you mean by 0-6 and 0-3 or O-3? What do those numbers signify? Right, Star Trek uses a naval structure, yes. Okay, we've got lots of asphalt everywhere, which is a good start, I'm sure you'll find. Although I do want to draw over some of the gravel over here as well, because I do want to have some more grass either side of this as well. Alright, the student title, yes. Oh, officer rank, numbers level. Ah, I see. So a Navy captain has a higher relative rank than an Army captain, if I understood that correctly. Oh, that's wonky. Hold on. Wonky bar. That's super elevation, I tell ya. That would be some fun super elevation. Okay. Is that... It didn't look... right, but I guess it's right. Okay. Well, 01 through 03 are company grade officers. 4 through 6 are field grade officers. 7 through 11 are flag officers. Ah. Now, what do those 3... No, 1... Yeah, what do those 3 grades... Like, what do those 3 levels signify? So... Obviously, it signifies how much responsibility, but, like, field grade... I'm assuming are people who... No, I'm not going to assume. Like, what does that mean? Also, for some of this, I may end up sinking the track into the ground a little bit more, so that we've got asphalt covering it, perhaps a little bit. Not the actual track bit of the track, but the ballast bit of the track. Navy captain equals Army colonel. Navy lieutenant equals Army captain. Huh. I see. Interesting that there's that difference between the level. The ranks correspond to how far into Star Trek episodes we are before they're killed off. Ah. Hello, Code Monkey, welcome. Yes. Although, not necessarily, because, for example, in... Oh, what's the TNG episode with the Iconian tech? Contagion. in Contagion, the Yamato gets destroyed pretty much at the beginning with all hands, basically. So there are exceptions. With all hands. Okay, once I've painted on the ballast, I'll go through and decide, kind of start placing down some buildings and decide where some of the roads are going to go. Did the feet manage to get into escape pods at least? I doubt it, because of how quickly that happened. Because they're saying, yeah, they were having some issues with some of the systems, and their communications were starting to go in and out, and then their communications were just too garbled to understand, and there was like, oh, there's a power increase in the reactor core. The containment field's failing. 1, 2, 3, boom, basically. Oh, yeah, I saw the clip recently. Yeah. Okay, we're almost done with this part of it. Plus I can also paint some of this stuff on later when we do a bit more of the detailing work, when we discover that, oh, this bit needs to be painted. I just want to have it look a bit more like I actually wanted to look before we get started. Company grade are on the ground with the front line units. Company size and below. Field grade are the next level up, in charge of multiple companies. Battalion, brigade, regiment size units. Flag officers are generals, admirals. Flag because they have flags with stars on their vehicles. Ah. So I see. That makes sense. Thank you. So then Navy captain would be a field officer, which makes sense. Because I don't know how else you would captain a ship other than from a field. Well, the RO Ground Forces lists captain as officer 2. I don't know, maybe the systems are different for different countries, question mark? Okay, so now let's decide where some of the roads should go. And I'm just going to use remote control ship captain from a field. I'm just going to take this spline here. And I'm going to decide where I want this to go. So this, okay, let's start from over here where the road comes down. Do I want a road to continue through here and then continue off in that direction? The answer to that question is probably yes, because it'll be interesting to have a little grade crossing there or something. So let's just say we've got a road crossing there. Now we could have it kind of coming through the oil storage facility. If we had it coming through like that, then we'll have to separate it with fences. But that can work. That can work. Because if we did do that, then we could have pipes going over the top of it, like that, and maybe gates over the side with things coming. I think that'll work nicely. Yes, it would be a little annoying for the company perhaps, but it's okay. Basically. Is that? Yeah, that is straight. That is a broad general explanation of US force officer structure. That is interesting, even though it's probably quite obvious I'm not into military stuff usually, but I run into those terms often enough that it is good to have a basic understanding of that explanation, or of it using that explanation. Okay, so if that just, can that come across just like that? Yes, but is that the best way for it to look? Honestly, that's fine. Okay, so if that comes through there, let me grab that asset again. Hold on, that's going to be a general goods unloader, correct? General goods unload, yeah. Star Trek officer structure is loosely based on US Naval officer structure, yes. Also, well, this question. What ground force ranks equal the rank of an Air Force captain, and can Air Force captains lead squadrons of planes? Just want to make sure my ranking for the Air Force part of DRAV characters is correct. Okay, so... we might... look! We might have an opportunity for an intersection on a crossing like that. Those do exist in the USA, I've seen them on pictures, and that would be quite interesting. Okay, so we've got to have a sort of a warehouse here for the platform to load from. So I'll add that first, then we know how much space we'll have. So let's go over here and pick one of these ones. According to the US? In US, Army, Marines, Air Force are the same officer ranks, use the same officer ranks. Okay, so which kind of building do I want for this? Preferably one with a platform. Maybe this one. Wait, this one uses... Is that the... No, that's... Is that a spline? Yes. Okay, well maybe we can use this one after all. Ooh, or maybe this one. Warehouse style 2. We've already used that here. Nah, I'm going to use a different one then. I forgot that we'd already placed that. Does this one have a platform? No. I guess I could use one of these ones. Does that come attached with a platform? It looks like it, yes. So let's see if that one would work. And I would like this to be on that side of things. So if I turn this slightly, and Navy, Coast Guard use the same. And my second question, can Air Force captains lead squadrons of fighter jets into battle? By that I mean a single squadron. Okay. Right, so if that's where this is coming in from, then we'll have a road going along this edge here. Let's move this away. Now, I did want this thing to come across over here like that. Actually, tell you what, let's quickly paint this texture over the edge, because this is a higher, well, a lighter color, which blends in better with the edge of the top of the wall. Okay. We're getting there. That could be a railway or railroad company kind of tagline or catchphrase or something like that. It's like, I don't know, South Passage and Iowa Railroad, we're getting there. Something like that. That would be funny. Yeah, I'll paint over this bit as well. And then I can add some green over later. Denver, Missouri, and Weston. I think that actually is a slogan for one of them. Oh. Oh, is it? I don't know which one, if it is one. Maybe I subconsciously remembered that. Okay, so this needs to come around here. And basically carry on back there. And then I want to have some small warehouses or buildings there. Wasn't that an actual slogan used in BR days or early privatization? Oh, maybe. It does sound familiar now that I'm thinking about it, but I couldn't tell you where it's from. Oh yes! I got it! Well, someone else got it as well. First company grade, officer 0 to 1 through 01 through 03. Field grade 1 through 5, group is 06. Timestamped. Oh, right. That's where I know it from. Yeah, when I said it just now, I was imagining it more in a Union Pacific kind of context, if you will. I'm not sure if I want to have splines over here or not. We'll see. Anyway, that's not important right now. But it is a hospital. No. I need to get some more buildings for this area. Sure, it is same. I thought, wait, was it Southern Pacific, Union Pacific, maybe in Northern Western, but after Codemonkey's comment I remembered. Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Such a classic railroad song. The Wabash Cannonball. No, I was thinking of no. This Kanye song isn't a classic railroad song. Yes, Truey. Interesting. Not sure if I like that there. I think I'll have this somewhere else, maybe up there or something. But Kanye Vabis did make trains. Oh, Vabis, yes. This place is in dire need of some derelict barrels. Yes, but I will refrain from placing them for the moment. Ah, Swedish State Railway. I must admit I don't know much about them. Okay, so that'll come over there. Then where's the entrance to this place? Well, logically it would be on this road. But maybe having a little thing going in like that, and then we'll have the... Okay, that'll make sense. Which implies that it doesn't make sense right now. Okay, so if this bit is grass... and this bit up to maybe there should also probably be grass. And then perhaps also a little thing of grass going along this way. And then we'll deal with this bit in a bit. So it's just engines. Oh, those are those just the engines, or that are Scania, or the chassis bodywork? Like, which part is Scania? Which part is Scania? Shaking the answers out. Actually, no, I want to stay down here because I want to save, and then I want to put in the other streets. Drivetrains. Explain, what is a drivetrain? Drive shaft, drivetrain. How the train moves. Can you link some reference material? Ah, thank you very much. That was quick. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Engine, transmission, drive shaft, differential axle system. Drive shaft is this. Yeah. I know what drive shaft is. Yep, I've got. I looked at it. Yes. Thank you very much. So, street. Okay, I've already got the street, nice. So we're back here, and we need to make our way over this way. Don't mind the cranes, they're not gonna stay there. So, if we'll take the road coming off from there. Imagine someone reimagined the bus driver map for Madrona. Maybe. Don't know where this really is gonna go. Let's put it over here for now. And this thing, what was this thing? What was this thing for? Don't know. I'll get rid of it for now. This thing I'll put over here for now. It won't stay there, don't worry. This was to unload the cement. Yes. Okay, so we'll give that a little bit more room. It's been so long since I did a train simulator stream. I would love to do some more, but time is the issue. Okay, so if this comes in over there, then I'll want to have some warehouses over here. And for those, I think I want them to have the back against this area. So I'll have the street coming along next to the tracks, because that'll also give access to this area over here to road vehicles. Like that. And then where does this continue from here? Well, pretty much has to continue down that way. With the snowy mountain bit swell. Aw, pity. Townscaper 2. You'd show off the night. Yes. I could also show off the night if I could turn the camera that way so you can see up. Yeah. Okay, so over here we're going to need a road going that way. But that's a lot of tracks to just... Is it, though? Is that a lot of tracks to go over with a crossing or not? Maybe not, actually. I like this a surprisingly large amount. Okay, then this can go... No, not can go. Can go. Yeah, yes. Along here. My opinion, nah, seems to be fine. Seems fine to seems fine to me. So, how are we going to get a road down here? Well, the ideal option would be to just have a road going over like that, and then having this come onto here, because that's not going over any of those tracks. Although I may want to adjust this slightly, like that, so that it's completely street running. Lower that to the ground slightly. Okay, now where is this road going to go? Well, it can't really very well go back here unless I moved this whole thing back, which I don't really want to do because then that curve will get steeper. Although maybe that is the best option. How far could I move this back? Maybe not really that far. Maybe a little bit like that. And that's, I think, on the locked layer. Temp locked. Like that. And then close that. And then if I have the road curve like this, that does fit back through there. I may add walls or fences to the side of this to make it look a little bit better. Okay. And then hold on 1 second. There we are. We need this thing. Okay. So yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. So how does this well, actually, this is interesting because this looks like it's some sort of a loading bay for trucks. So if I put in a truck, actually I'll go up to the other town and grab one from up here. Come on, load in. Load in. There we go. I'll grab... where are they? I wanted one of the... I might not have placed those here. Hold on, I'll go back to the city. I had some of these trailers over here, I think. I know, I did. There we are, that one. That's the one I wanted. 3 out, that's what they were called. Okay. So if I have one of them here, like that's the, with the gate here, that's the furthest away place that I need to have space for. Actually, we could just have that bit as street running. that siding. In fact, why not? They'll still leave space. Okay, and then this can come down like that. Now the question is, do we need this to continue straight on anywhere else? Maybe. Depends. It depends where the main entrance to the transfer facility is. I don't know, what does it look like from over here? That looks okay. So, okay, if that road's coming over there, are we going to have a road connection from over here as well? The answer to that question is on a postcard. No, the answer to that question should probably be question mark. I mean, actually that could be quite tempting. Imagine having a road, not this road, but a two-lane road going over here, then with a bridge down to there. No, that's too transport feedery. But let's try it anyway. Actually, hold on. Yeah, that's the right thing. Yeah, that's a bit too steep probably. But what if we had it coming from over here like that? Might be able to... would that work? Something like this. Maybe not exactly that, but something like this. Maybe if I had it like that, and then did a bit of terraforming to make this work. Let's get our lovely, already preloaded double stack well car to make sure that it fits. And yes, it does. Good. Let's get the road from up here. And then we can use that space to make it go up a bit. That looks like it would work. However, we'll make those be fixed height spline points. And that does definitely fit. Yes, it should. Yeah, that does definitely fit. It is a little close there, but that's okay. Okay, then this bit can come out to probably curve around this way. Huh. See, we don't have any bridge pillar collisions here. Mwahaha. Okay, yeah, best not to have a road cutting straight across the yard. Not to mention the coach yard. Not a good idea to have a helipad on the tracks either. Oh. Well, actually, I think it might look quite nice to have a helipad over here somewhere. Hold on, let me find one. Hold on. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. No. Yeah, that one. I think something like that would look quite nice, I think. Yeah, good idea. Well, perhaps, yeah. Now you'll watch out us get rid of the helipad in the last ever MVR dev stream. No, I've just placed it. Over the mayor's dead body. Yes, the helipad stays. For real though, I don't think we'd need on the helipad over his dead body. One should suffice. Although one is never enough. Decisions. For example, the Swedish Y series rail buses, which used Scania engines as prime movers. Ah, yeah. There is even one in the UK. Believe it or not. Wow. Never knew. Oh, let's have a look. Huh. That's interesting. Where is that preserved? Hold on. Neen Valley Railway? Where is that? Heritage near Peterborough. Ah, interesting. I'll have a look at that. Let's have a look at this as well. Yeah, I would love to have a look at that. When the bridge is too low. Let's have a look. Oh, then we get a wish ad. Train crashes into bridge. Look, Trainz bridge. Autorax. Oh. Ah. Yeah. I also like how that image is taken from a railway bridge. Or railroad bridge. So the one who took that image was probably, well, they might have been a rail fan who just walked onto the railway property. But yeah, that happens to some double-decker buses as well. Scania Vabis 18 diesel coupled to a 5-speed gearbox. Ah, it's 5-speed gearbox. Wait, didn't Trainz already place one? Place one what? Hold on. Yeah. Right, so I do think that that's gonna work, having the road coming in from over here, coming onto that. Yeah, I definitely think that will work. We just have to connect that up there somewhere. Wait, there's two now? To what? Sorry. To what do you mean? Yipes! There's even a Trainz model of it, complete with engine startup and functional cabin. Ah. Show this video, not image. Most double-deckers that crash into two low bridges often end up being converted to open toppers, at least in the UK. Makes sense. Should I place one helipad over the tracks? That sounds like a stupid idea. A helipad on tracks. Come on. How would the trains get through? How would the helicopters get through? Right. Thought you already did. No, I would never do such a thing. And there were new cars in those auto carriers. Oh yeah, dealers. Too bad. How the hell would the copter get through? It must have been a trick of mind. Yeah, look. Nothing. There's no helipad anywhere on any of these tracks. See, nothing over here as well. Over here, no helipad. Look. I would never do that. I would never. Must have dreamt it, despite being wide awake. Yes, that must have been it. Use the flat helipad. It can hover over the tracks. Okay, so where can this connect? That is a good point. I guess we could have another road coming in from up here like that, perhaps. And then that could come across like this, perhaps, and then come across like that. Or maybe this road doesn't go up there, because I think that might not look that good. Maybe the road just carries on down here and then merges into here. What about that? Ooh, yay. Ooh, yay. What an interesting concept. Yeah, just something like that. Flat helipad. Okay, so if we did have this coming across here, should that be straight or not? Actually, I quite like that S-curve we've got going on at the moment. Ah, but we've got a... hold on. We've got a place for a general goods unloader over here, which means we need to put in a warehouse there first. Then we'll see how much space we've got. Let's save again. Oh, is that smoke? 1 second. 1 second. I think that might be smoke. 1 second. Nope, can't smell any of it now. So it's probably good. Can't smell any of it now. Sometimes the neighbors or someone around here heats their house, and when they've got their heating on, you can smell a bit of smoke. But I didn't smell any that time. I just thought I did. That should probably be the other type of road, not highway going through there. Yeah, I know. But then it wouldn't really work with this bit. Unless I... I might be able to put another spline over this road, and then that could work. Let's increase that a little bit. Yeah, that would actually work. Okay, so then I can probably use the bulk asset update replace tool to update that to the other type of road. In selected area. From here should be good, yeah. And we'll just span that up to here. That doesn't contain anything I don't want it to, does it? No, good. Begin. Yes. There we are. You're right, that is better. Don't worry, I'll make those curves rounder in the future. Did you all see SES's newest blog post about the upcoming DLC Texas cities and settlements? I did not. I'm not going to have a look at it now unless it's just a few pictures. Or actually, maybe I did see some of these, I don't know. Some of those pictures look familiar. A lot of pictures there. Have the highway go the other way along the river, and then secondary road coming off it going into the harbor area. Oh wait, so you mean having the road going along that way, up here? So I mean it's coming along that way. That might work. Okay, I'll try it. Also, yes, the Haddon-Cott Railway is almost finished now. Actually, before I do that, I've got to get rid of this bit that I've placed over the top here, because otherwise that would replace that with the other thing as well. Haddon Tramway. It is a railway as well. Okay, then I'll redo this bit. Probably not have it that close down there. Oh yes, and I remembered I wanted the warehouse. Okay, so I've put that there-ish. Where would this road go? Well, it would continue along here. Would it stay down there, or would it go up a bit? It'd probably stay somewhat down here, I think. Maybe not all the way down there for flooding reasons, but maybe something like on here. Do I really want it to continue all the way down there? Actually, that could look quite nice. Imagining driving down there with a car, seeing a train or something like that. Maybe a bridge across the river. I don't know. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll consider it when I'll consider it when I make the actual scenery around back there. But at the moment I want to focus on this bit. Is that too steep? No, that should just be able to go pretty much straight up here. What would that look like if I straightened that? Too steep, okay. What if I just connect that up here? Is that better? No, not really. Guess maybe over here would be good. Or I could change the terrain. Let's delete that spot and then make that straight. Like that. Although, perhaps adding a spline point in here would be quite good. And straighten these ones out. Hold on. This one should be lower down a little bit. Yes, that's better. Yeah, I do quite like that. Alright, many thanks for that. A fun site. You can find the Y7 series and more here. So it's not DLS then. Oh, well, that's annoying. Basically, because when there's something that's not DLS, basically for me it means, okay, I can't use that, essentially, because when I make a route, then all of the assets I use on the route, I want the route to be multiplayer compatible. So stuff on the route can't be from third-party sites. If I were to say, okay, let's use an asset like that in a session, that would be a bit better, but then again, I would have the issue of distributing that session, because if I put all the time and effort into making a session, I want the largest amount of people possible to be able to enjoy that session. And I know that a lot of people, if not most people, who play Trainz, if they go on the DLS or stuff and they see a session, they download it, and then they've got a missing asset, then they're just gonna delete it. I know personally, even if it says in the description, oh, go to this website to download the asset and then blah, 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 then I know I wouldn't do that. I would just delete the session because that's too much effort. I don't even know if I like the session or not. So at that point, for most people who would find on the DLS, I would assume most people, if I take myself and some of the others I know as a standard, or as the norm, for most of those people, that would just be wasted. So, right. I wish they would put all of those on the DLS. Yeah, they look so good. If dependencies from the DLS, slope too steep. I see, although I meant the rolling stock itself as well as their dependencies, so that they work for multiplayer. I'm definitely going to need a guardrail by the bridge. Yes. Yeah, same. Hey, but you can try them out. I could try them out, just for myself. Nobody said you need to make a route for them. True. But the thing is, I barely use Trainz to... like Trainz with a Z at the end. I barely use Trainz to drive trains on, like as a simulator. Like if I want to do that, I'll load up Dovetail Games Train Simulator, because I find the simulation of most of the trains more realistic there. Plus I find that they handle a bit better, mostly to do with a lot of the braking. But again, I don't have a real point of reference, like of a real train, so I can't actually say that it's more realistic or not, but it feels more realistic to me and more satisfying. So when I want to drive a train, I'm just going to load that up. Which means that there's not much point in me downloading stuff for Trainz just to drive it. If I already go into it knowing that I won't be able to use it on any of my sessions. You should drive one on a UK route, because I showed there's one in the UK. True. And if I were using Trainz to actually drive stuff on routes, then I might do that, but... I mean, it's definitely good that it exists for Trainz, and I am happy that they made it. It's just, for me personally, it's not really that usable because of the way that I play Trainz. Oh, there's even buses. Oh? Huh. That's true. If you want me to, I can download everything and DM USDP with everything. Thank you for the offer, but like I said, I really wouldn't have a use for it. I appreciate the offer, but that won't be necessary. Yeah. Okay. I'll quickly do a little bit of painting there. Just a little tiny bit, just so that I can better imagine what this will look like. Okay, just something like that. Yeah, I do quite like that. Okay, so I'll want another road coming off this way, and then connecting up with the other road we've got coming along here, probably. Interesting. You build routes and sessions for TRS, but don't actually play it? I mean, the thing is, for TRS 19, or even Tane, back when I first got it, and that was like in 2008 or 2007 or something like that. Actually, hold on. Do I want there to be an actual road going across here like that? Yeah, I think that's good, especially if I move it down to the ground a bit. Yeah, 2008, probably. Back then, I really didn't know how to drive trains with cab mode, basically. Whenever I used to drive the trains, it used to be in DCC mode. and that got a bit boring. So what I mostly did in Trainz is build routes and improved with that more and more and more and more. And then I got Trainz Simulator, Dovetail Games Trainz Simulator, and drove a lot of trains in that. And then I started driving trains in Trainz with cab mode more. But then I was already used to how they handled in Dovetail Games Train Simulator, which is why it just doesn't feel that satisfying in Trainz. However, the map editor in Trainz is great, and I love creating these stuff. And I do like playing. Actually, that's not entirely true. I do like playing sessions in Trainz. So when someone actually put in the time and effort to make a gameplay session with when someone put the time and effort in to make a gameplay session with Trainz, with AI trains going, and with message pop-ups, and with navigation markers and stuff like that, then I do enjoy that, because that's the experience of that and playing that. I do enjoy driving the trains. It's just when it's like, here's this asset that's really nice, try it out, then I wouldn't have that. It would just be me driving it around in Trainz for the fun of driving a train itself without having the session around it. And that's a thing that I don't really do in this game. Unless I'm testing my own route. 2008-2016, yeah. Looks like the other end of that road should be close to the bridge and not across the end of the yard. Oh, here you mean. Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't gotten to working out this area yet. Not properly anyway. Because I'm still not sure if I want to... Like, having a road bridge going across here might also be nice. Like one that raises up, if I've got one of those. But yeah, also depends what sort of buildings I want to have around here, if at all. But yeah, you're right. What if you're testing your own locomotive? Well, then of course it's a whole nother kettle of kelp. Holy, I look and I get a bunch of messages. Hey, what's up? Oh, hello, welcome. Stuff is good. Thank you. We're finally working on the road layout and stuff around the port area here. And it's going quite well, I think. Let's have a look at if I've got a road-based lift bridge. I'm not sure that I do. Also, I'm not sure that I want one here, even to begin with. I'll just quickly flip through these to see if I've got one. Right. These aren't a lot of assets to get through. Ah, well, we've got these ones, but that's a bit too large. Kettle of kelp? At least it's not a boatload of bamboo. Yeah. And the fun thing is, back in 1.19, the version we played previously, we could actually put a chest on a boat and then fill that chest with bamboo. So we could have a boatload of bamboo, literally. Yeah, I'm not sure that I even want a bridge over here. Yeah, this doesn't feel right. Okay. What might I just boats just yes. So let's see. Okay, let's see if I can find a narrow warehouse or something to put here, because that is what I had in mind when I originally built that layout. Would this be... No, that's got the thing sticking out there. And that's all one building on that side. That looks quite narrow. Does that have a loading bay? No. Let's see if that works. Maybe if I move that road over slightly. Yeah, I just want to break the line of sight that way over here, so that when you go over the bridge, it's like you've suddenly got this new vision over here, as well as the vision over there, of course, but that's why I want to break the line of sight here first. I think that doesn't look too bad, except that the road kind of... not really sure what to do with the road over here. Actually, let's put a... Hold on. Let's see how large a car is for size reference. Hold on. Actually, that's not that big. If I lowered the road over here, and then just increase the height over where we get onto the tracks. Like that. Actually, I could see that working. Having a few vehicles over here. There's plenty of space to turn around. Okay. Yeah, building seems a tad too close to the road. I don't think so. Not if you look at how wide this actually is. Like imagine you could have cars coming both ways like that quite easily, and you've still got plenty of space on the side for sidewalk and stuff like that. This is a very wide road, at least for this sort of area, I think. So I think there's plenty of space. Customer, yes, I know. Like you and I say, it was just for reference. And I really don't want that to come in over where the building already is. Maybe something like that? That seems okay. It's not going over the... that point, what's it called? The point of the junction? That bit. But it doesn't actually look right. Maybe a building that is a bit narrower? Maybe. I'm not sure if I can find many that are... No, not crossbucks, no. Can I have a look? Maybe I already placed one over here, but I think it might be a bit difficult finding a building that's narrower than that one. Yeah, despite there being space there, it does seem a tad odd that the building's protruding onto the road. Maybe I can put in a sidewalk over it. Maybe if I put a sidewalk on it, it'll look a bit better. I mean, is that one even... I guess that one might be a bit narrower. But that one's got a loading dock, like, well, yeah, a loading platform like that. What about that building? Is that narrower? No, that seems to be the same width. Yeah, I don't really see many narrow buildings here. I'll try putting on a sidewalk and seeing if that helps. Okay, and I'm going to need to put in another supply point here. 1 second. Just sort of like that. No, that would be too narrow. I suppose that's not really that close. There aren't any doors over here. So that is literally just the wall of the building. Is that better? Like this? Maybe that's better. Maybe slide the building back a bit to the edge of the concrete wharf? Oh, so you mean that it actually goes all the way to there like that? Actually, that doesn't look that bad. Maybe we won't even need the sidewalk there then. Although saying that, I do kind of like the extra detail that it adds. Hold on, what would it look like? What would it look like if I added a bit of sidewalk over on this bit? We'll see. I can always change this up later. Okay, let's test what this looks like if I move this down a little bit further, so that it's not sticking up so much out of the ground. Okay. That looks like better, yes. Unsure. So it looks alright. Okay. So where is that going to come in? So I think we're probably going to have 2 entrances to this transfer facility. One of them is quite obviously, I think, going to be over here. Just going to put this in to market. I'm not sure if we'll keep that little bit of road. Maybe move it up a little bit, hold on. I would still move that crossing down closer to the bridge over the single track. So you mean... You mean like that? Or I suppose if I move it closer to here, we might have more space on that side. Perhaps. I suppose it does make the crossing a bit easier. And it would give this road a place to actually go. I'll have to have a look at it from a bit further away. Market? What do you mean? You could move that side of the road a little closer to the building now. I could. That would have to go a little bit over this way as well. Hold on. Yeah, and then we can put a little bit of detail maybe in there as well, a little bit of grass or something like that. That doesn't look quite right, hold on. Oh wait, that's the wrong way around, that bit. Hold on, 1 second. Serious Cow King, welcome. How have you been? Oh, you probably said mark it. Yes. Move sidewalk up to entrance of building and road up to sidewalk. There, yes. Sure, okay. We'll see. Serious König to Kühe. Yeah, translation. Serious King of Cows. Sweet. Nice. So actually, let's have a look at it from further away. So yeah, you could, so that basically comes around there, going up like that, or like that. Coming over there. Where would this line go? Not line, this road. We could just have it curve around going that way. And that might be the best solution. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Just turn this into a curve. Oh nice, good luck with that. I've not read the other message yet. Doing good. I accepted a challenge in Planet Coaster. A friend of mine is making a community map where everyone has their spot and has 2 weeks to build on it. Ah, nice. So do you pass the save around? Like one contributor gets 2 weeks on it and they send it to the next guy and then they build for 2 weeks on it and so on. Yes, we passed the save around. So do you all take your 2 weeks in one go? Or is it like you've got it for a day, and then the next day someone else has it, and then the next day someone else has it, and you get your 2 weeks like split into little bits so that you've got, so that everybody can basically work on it at the same time. You don't have people who've got to wait for months. I have it for 2 weeks, then I pass the app. Okay, so you've got it for the full 2 weeks, and then, okay, that makes sense. Right, so what about the other space here? Well, let's have a look back here. So we've got this coming over around like that. Although, with all the other crossings of that road we've got already, I think it would look better if I just put the road going over the tracks here as well. He said to keep the sightliness natural. It's very pretty, so I'm making an industrial park with lots of fire and smoke, essentially a big refinery. You must be taking inspiration from my plans for Minecraft. I'm only half joking. Lovely. And I made sure it would be visible from the village, so they are bothered with the sightliness. Oh, sightlines, not sightliness, bothered with sightline. He said to keep sightlines natural. I see. Sightliness, meaning how beautiful something, how visually appealing something is. Yeah, that looks good. So now it's time to think about this bit. Let me get the fence. Put that in new words and terms. Sightliness. Isn't it a real word? You sure? I thought I heard that word somewhere before. Okay, so I want... Yeah, let's just put the fence in. Well, end of stream, time for me to go home. Oh, you're right. It is. Yeah, I suppose me putting the fence in now wouldn't really... Oh, that's not even a fence, that's grass. Trying to keep people out with grass. Interesting, it is a word. Yeah, I thought it was a word. Like a... Yeah. That's why I thought I recognized you typing that. Yes, bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Wow, sightliness. Pleasing to see, yes. See? Just what I said. Now you're all impressed with me. I've achieved my goal. He said jokingly. Sightliness, the state or condition of being sightly, attractiveness. Being sightly, attractiveness, beauty. Definitely, wow. I have been successfully surprised. Good. Okay, so yeah, there's really not much point in me finishing the fence around this place now. But I think I will put in a little bit more grass along here. Just a little bit like that. 1 second. just because it might be on the thumbnail. Okay, so let's save and then take a thumbnail. I think we've made a lot of progress today on this map. I'm quite happy with that. I'm not sure how much of it will show up on the thumbnail. As am I. Good. Not sure if that'll do that much. If I just take a image like that, I think that'll just look a bit boring. Maybe a little bit lower down, like that. Ooh, hold on. We've got the cars here. No. TOD, time of day. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe something like that. What would that look like on as a little image? I've got a little preview in the corner when I take a screenshot. Actually, yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, this is really starting to come together now. And you can look down from up here and see all the stuff happening down there. This is coming out surprisingly accurate to what I had imagined. Way back when I first started, when I first had the idea to have the line coming along that bit. So, with that, thank you all very much for watching. I'll read chat first. Do you reckon? Yeah, that's Surf Day, not Temple of Doom. Nice. Ooh, our Minecraft map has temples of doom, temples of minor doom, and temples of major doom. Maybe true, maybe false. Who knows? Do we still need the pushpin? Oh, was there a pushpin still? I don't. Didn't I already delete them? I guess we'll just have a look at it next time. Oh yeah, can't wait. Share this. Don't think you saw my previous messages. Oh, which one? Sight lines. Put it in new words and terms. Already read those. Definitely wow. I've been successfully surprised as my time of day. Do you reckon? Yes, it was next to the harbor. Red one. Yeah, we'll have to have a look at that next time. Okay. They are all temples of marble doom. Yes. Yes. Good old astral sorcery. We'll have to have a look at that at some point, but that's not the first mod on my to-do list. I suppose I could give you a minor thing of what my top stuff is to look at, or well, to play with. So yeah, I would like to get the first basic items of roots, and then I would like to. Well, it depends when we're going to move to the actual, to the real building area where we're going to build up permanent structures. Because, well, we're going to need the antique atlas for that. So that's one of my first things I want to do on Monday. Get that. Then getting a nature's compass as well, so we can find a biome that we want to go to. Then I want to get some basic stuff from roots, and also want to get into immersive engineering, because that's going to be a really good thing to do. Also industrial craft. Basically, I want to do all of it. But no. So yeah, those stuff. Then I was getting a little bit of roots, and immersive engineering and industrial craft. Those are the first ones I want to really kind of work with. But we'll see. Plans might change. Plans will probably change. Anyway. Go ahead. Yes, as one word. My shop ain't moving, but it's dynamite. I got to find that redstone. Yes. Thank you for offering to find it. Fine. Checklist everything. Bye, see you all tomorrow, Monday. Yes. See you. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. Good night. Gotta find that restroom. What about train mod? Yes, Railcraft. Railcraft is one that I definitely want to get into as well, but Railcraft really only becomes useful if you've already got places that you need to transport stuff between. Like, you can use it for near stuff as well, where you've got transport in your base or immediate surrounding area. But for that, really, electric locomotives are useful because you can charge them with a track. They can go on an electric track. But those are only unlocked later on as you've got more and more resources. So at the beginning, we'd only have steam, and that's really more for long distance stuff. So when we've got our new base stuff set up, then, although the thing is, the Railcraft stuff is also a great dependency for other mods. Like, for example, with Buildcraft, where you get the oil from the geysers. You could easily make a pumping station there and then have a Railcraft train automatically go there, loading the chunks as it's going, fill up on oil, and bring it back to your base to be refined. Like, that is an automated process that would be great for Railcraft as a thing to do when you're actually focusing on a different mod, for example. Or just normal transport if you've already got different areas you want to go between. Anyway. Was convinced that the stream would have ended then. Anyway, yeah. Bye-bye. Oh, you're right, it has now ended.